What a gorgeous nighttime. And as
Kevin, thanks.
All right, thank you, David. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Anthony Davis.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron James is out there with Davis. Then there's the Miracle Man. Then it's B.Adebayo. And it's Rose in at the point. And for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Bogdanovich is out there with Trae Young. And it's Capella in at the 5 down low. To the middle, here's Young. Plays it up and banks it in. Greg, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year when you know you're on a championship contending team?
You know, some of that I think depends on the leadership you have in your locker room. Certain guys just keep everybody engaged and motivated. And you know what? You've got to break the season down into chapters to help yourself with the motivation, because sometimes that season can be so long and it's hard to stay focused in the present when you start thinking.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Here's Bogdanovich, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. First trip to the line for him here. Free throw good, Bogdanovich. So he gets them both.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Rose finds James. Rebounded by Capella.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Now, here's Hunter. He's covered by Rose. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down. Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
The Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Young looking it over. All sorts of time, and he connects with the jumper. Young's got his second bucket. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Loads it up for Davis, and Davis throws it down.
Boy, there's not a better target in all of the NBA than Davis for the alley-oop.
For Atlanta, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Young outside. Right side, Collins. A miss that time. Would have put him up. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And they double up Davis. From deep, Rose bangs home the trifecta. Rose has got 5 now.
Well, I like the awareness Rose shows there, guys. I mean, good feel that time from Rose to put it up right off the catch.
And Young kicks to Hunter. Wants to get it to Collins and does. Passes it to Young. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And a great time to check out the power rankings. See how the teams are stacking up across the league. Taking a look at Atlanta. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
Yeah, and when you look at Los Angeles, they've blown away the so-called experts' opinions. People who didn't realize how high their ceiling really was.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Alinari, he's checked in for John Collins. And it's Williams in for Bogdanovich. And the Lakers also making a switch. Schroeder's checked in. Now, here is Young. He had 25 points in the win against Indiana. And the dunk by Capella.
Boy, he's a powerful presence with great length. Capella can make things happen inside for sure.
It's stolen by Capella. Young drives in. Count that one. 6 points for him. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's James. That shot no good. So the Hawks will take it the other way.
Yeah, I mean, their execution at times was flawless, but they also made some mistakes that ultimately did them in.
And, you know, it's never easy trying to win away from home. They were close, but just needed a little more push at the end.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Drills the three-pointer.
Set him up, knock him down. Gallinari's a rhythm shooter, looking good on that one.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game, great adjustments on the offensive end.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Kevin Huerter comes in for DeAndre Hunter. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Young. Floats it up there for Harrell. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special, and they pulled it off just right.
Williams' shot is off.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Lakers shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
Using his underrated athleticism, Gallinari can do damage above the rim.
It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here is Gallinari. Against Indiana, he was really on his game.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Schroeder kicks to Harrell. Drummond passes to Schroeder. Drummond trying to get himself free. And Drummond throws it down.
This is what Drummond is known for, fellas. I mean, assertive, aggressive, relentless, hard-working. He's just a dogged offensive rebound.
Williams inside the line, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. The offense coming free and easy. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
So the Lakers 5 right now. They've got Kyle Kuzma. D.Rose is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Harrell. And it's Drummond in at the 5 spot. Now here's Rose. Coming off a solid outing against Miami. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are three guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Drummond finds Harrell over Collins. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Harrell's got his second basket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
John misses. Lakers leading by 8. And stolen by Bogdanovich. And there's the lay-in.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
And the Lakers call time here. Atlanta making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Hunter comes in for Kevin Huerter. And Trae Young subbed in for Dunn. The Lakers also changing it up. A.Davis is checked in for Andre Drummond. Davis comes in for Montrezl Harrell. And it's LeBron in for Kyle Kuzma.
You know, it's not only his size and strength and athleticism, but Davis's timing is so special. That's why he boards it so well.
Now, here's Hunter. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
Yeah, but I like how he defended as well. You know, he got a couple blocks in that game and just an all-around great effort. And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Here's Davis, stolen by Collins. Bogdanovich with it, now guarded by Schroeder. In the corner, it's Hunter. To the wing on the left. The Hawks working the ball around. Capella kicks to Young. There's the triple. The rebound by the Lakers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Up next for them is the Pacers in Indianapolis. And that game will be 4 out of 5 on the road for the team.
Knows how to run a team, guys, and facilitate accordingly. Rose makes those around him better.
And here's Young from the arc. Kept alive by Atlanta. Capella, the pass to Young. Misses the 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Stolen by Collins. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Great D that time from A.Davis. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. 7-point differential. And the dunk by James.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Now, here is Young. He has 6. Inside, Capella. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
You know, he was born in Switzerland, guys. Clint Capella's had quite the journey to NBA stardom. I mean, started his pro career in France, and he was a late first-round pick in 2014.
Lou Williams is checked in for Bogdanovich. And the Lakers also making a change. Miracle Man, he's checked in for Derrick Rose. Hunter, the pass to Young.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively, hard to close off the lane.
Right side, Davis. The shot missing. Collins with some nice D. The Hawks trail by 6. Here's Hunter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. For Atlanta, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
Atlanta making a switch here. Gallinari's checked in. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. And he gets the bucket.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. The Hawks making a switch here. Okongwu's checked in. And the Lakers also making a switch. Drummond's checked in. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Good work there as it goes.
Right there on display for you was Clint Capella's continuing growth offensively. Eyes up, ready to make the next pass before he got the ball.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Clint Capella.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Kevin Huerter comes in for Clint Capella, and Chris Dunn subbed in for Young. The Lakers also with a sub, Harrell. He's checked in for Davis. Now here's Kuzma. Gallinari with the steal. Oh, here comes Williams all alone. 34 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
Big man on the move. Drummond running the floor, getting rewarded there with the hoop.
Ball's knocked loose. Gallinari. And there's the pass to Huerter. Now Williams. One-on-one here. From deep, James. A three-pointer is right on target. And now it's an 11-point Laker lead.
LeBron James can beat you from anywhere on the floor, inside mid-range or from deep.
And thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2. And guys, for Los Angeles, Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
Well, they really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out.
And that.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Miracle Man having a dominant impact in this game.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Oh, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for Atlanta, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Bogdanovich out there with Trae Young, and it's Capella in at center.
Just his night, guys. We saw Young do this in college. Once he gets into a rhythm, he will just put it on you.
Rose finds A.Davis. Here's Miracle Man. LeBron passes to Davis. Kicks it out to James. No good with the triple.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Capella's so good at finishing around the rim, showing you right there. Great explosiveness inside.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
You know, he's got to take care of the ball much better than he has been. By himself, he's accounted for 4 turnovers. That's way too many.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Now, here's Capella. He's got 5. He gets it in there.
Timeout.
Young's got 14 points.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And now a moment to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting. Balloting underway.
And this is really a fun time of year. You're starting to see which players are going to be in the running to make the All-Star team.
You look at James. He has a huge vote total right now. Number 3, in fact, among Western Conference players.
And looking more and more like he'll be a starter. And that's really a tribute to the work he's put in this season. He's earned each and every one of those votes.
A great All-Star weekend it'll be. We'll keep you updated as we get closer. Here's Collins. Following the basket by Anthony Davis. Back to Collins. And that one off the back of the rim and in. He's got 7. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather take? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well,
Wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple Finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Here's Young and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And finished off by LeBron.
When the lob is in the right spot for him, LeBron is never going to miss a chance to do something special throwing it down.
Young dishes to Bogdanovich. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists tonight.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break. That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And now it's only a 5-point Los Angeles lead. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And they double up Davis, and the shot goes in.
Timeout.
Davis has got 4 points in the quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Okongwu's checked in for Collins. Gallinari comes in for DeAndre Hunter. Williams, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Young. The Lakers also changing it up. Drummond's checked in for A.Davis. Montrezl Harrell comes in for Davis. And Kyle Kuzma's subbed in for James. He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
To the inside. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
Boy, really solid passer at his position. Kuzma is all about doing what's best for the team.
Williams looking over the floor. Atlanta again missing.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Now here's Drummond. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. From beyond the arc, Dunn misses. Los Angeles leading by 7. Here's Miracle Man. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
A wide open look here for Okongwu. That 3 off the mark. Here's Miracle Man. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Well, he only plays one way, and that's full throttle, all day, all the time, cold-blooded and lethal.
Let's take a look at the numbers for Danilo Gallinari.
And his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better over his last 10 games. He looks so much more comfortable from beyond. There's no doubt he's got the green light to let it fly whenever the shot's there for him.
Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for the Hawks.
And when Gallinari is healthy, he's such an effective player. I mean, a skilled shooter who really helps to space the floor for his team.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Count that one. Gallinari's got 11 points.
Well, one thing you like there is the extra pass. Evidence that the game is starting to slow down for Dunn.
Here's Drummond. He kicks it to Harrell. Over Gallinari. And it's Harrell missing.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
hard to prevent the bigger guy from getting a clean look there.
James checked in for Kyle Kuzma. The Hawks have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And LeBron throws it down.
LeBron James knows the meaning of the word layup, but he's much more interested in throwing it down when he can.
Williams, that's for 2. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
He's been an absolute non-factor. 0 factor this game. Just a horrible performance from him. It never gets old seeing LeBron throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
Williams for 3. He can't get that one. And so it's Los Angeles going into the break with a 10-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Harrell is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's LeBron James. And it's Miracle Man in at the 2 guard. Poked away and stolen by Harrell. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Atlanta making some changes. John Collins comes in for Kevin Huerter. And Trae Young subbed in for Dunn. A.Davis is checked in for the Lakers. Davis comes in for Montrezl Harrell. They get it back. A shot by Okongwu, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Stripped it away, and it's the Lakers on the break. Puts it up for Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleek.
Not as good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Gallinari. And finished off by Davis.
When Davis gets going like this, there's no way you can stop him, giving you his entire package right now.
Young with the ball. Picked up by Davis. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going.
Neither did the defense.
Timeout called the Lakers.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
Atlanta making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. DeAndre Hunter comes in for Gallinari. And it's Bogdanovich in for Williams. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
During that break, Frank Vogel had some real words for his team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
And so A.Davis will bring it up for Los Angeles. Outside Rose. A.Davis kicks to Davis. Over Collins. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
I didn't think it was going to happen for them, quite honestly, but they finally turned it on, turned it up a little bit. Now they've got to come up with some stops.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
From deep, Rose. Rebound by the Hawks. Capella's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Collins in the post. He's covered by Rose. And Davis sends it back.
Davis so good with his timing and length to get up and deny shots.
And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. Here's Miracle Man. He's covered by Bogdanovich. The Hawks trail by 8. Puts up a 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 6 assists now in the game. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And it's Rose penetrating over Young. And again, the Lakers no good. For Atlanta, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. And finished off by Collins.
And pressure doesn't get to Collins. Baskets like that prove how locked in he is.
The magnitude of the moment not lost on LeBron James. He knows they needed a bucket there, and he's going to get it for him.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're behind by 5. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Miracle Man.
And he's been dialed in from the field, Kevin. Good on over 60% of his attempts. They've been working the ball around well, and he's benefited with a lot of open looks. And boy, has he made the most of it.
On the wing, James. And the layup's good off the glass. James has got 14 points here in the second half.
You know, LeBron James is so strong and able to finish through contact because of it. You've got to wrap him up. You've got to get him before he gets that ball up in the shooting motion, because contact other than that doesn't bother him.
Rose can't hit. The Hawks trail by 4. Here's Young. It's A.Davis with the rebound. A.Dabiyo's got 4 rebounds in this game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Los Angeles.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition. You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there, taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one. A splendid pass that time by Rose.
And here's Young from the arc. No good, shot missing. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Loads it up for Davis. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
How about the vision from the crafty little guard? Young excels at realizing when his guys have clean looks. They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
11 feet away, again, Los Angeles.
You know, because James is such a consistent, confident shooter from the mid-range, you just can't afford to let him get comfortable.
Here's Young. Up and in on the layup.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Here's Miracle Man. Offline with his 3. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. The shot that time not on target. And so Los Angeles takes the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.